I'm back, Jack! So yes, I know it's been a while. I just decided to take a bit of a break over the summer and just gather my bearings and just kind of just relax for a little bit. But now I'm ready to go and start making a fool out of myself all over again. So summer happened and movies came out and I saw some of them and now I'm going to talk about them. Nerd! But now, strap yourselves in because we're about to go hard in the paint and talk about some movies over the summer. Are you scared? Because you should be. It's showtime. The Nice Guys. I loved it. Easily the best movie of the summer. It has excellent witty writing and both Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling were great together as the leads. I would say this is up there with Deadpool as one of the best and funniest movies of the entire year. Just keep in mind to the youngins out there that it is a hard R.
Give me your left arm.
No!
Yeah, come on.
No!
When you're talking to your doctor,
No!
you tell him you have a spiral fracture.
No!
Deep breath.
X-Men Apocalypse. Okay, so this movie has so many problems and I feel like I should hate it. But I gotta be honest, I really enjoyed this movie. The story on a whole is kind of messy and feels like there are too many things going on at once. But as far as the characters go, they are what make this movie. I mean, everything with Professor X and Magneto alone is worth the price of admission. I mean, both James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender are just perfect as those characters. And the Wolverine cameo, while admittedly kind of forced in and didn't really feel relevant to the story, was really cool to see. So in the end, it is definitely not the best X-Men movie in the franchise, but it is far from the worst.
Eric, don't join them.
Whatever it is you think you saw in me, I buried it with my family.
Finding Dory. Well, Pixar did it again. They made another great movie. What a surprise. I was actually really surprised though at how well Dory worked as the main character. But here, while Dory still is very funny, I really felt for her character and I really cared about her character. The animation is absolutely beautiful and the characters, both new and old, are really, really good. So overall, it's just a great animated movie. And oh, I have to mention, Baby Dory, just watch.
I suffer from short-term memory loss.
Independence Day Resurgence. Well, it's Independence Day, except bad. Okay, so overall, it's not the worst thing ever, but it's nothing special. The original cast did a really good job, and it was really cool to see how this world evolved since the first movie, but it just felt like it took itself way too seriously. The first Independence Day had a sense of fun to it, but this one just feels like it wants to take itself so seriously that it's just not entertaining. You know what I blame this problem on? No Will Smith. So you are going to make a sequel to the movie that kickstarted the career of one of the world's biggest movie stars, and you're not gonna put him in the sequel. So you are honestly going to sit here and tell me that Weird Al Scientist Man over here is still alive after being strangled to death, but Will Smith died in a plane crash. What? It's not like he was making an incredibly mediocre and poorly made comic book movie or anything like that. That would just be crazy. Alright, and next we have, oh boy, here we go. Ghostbusters. Now, I promised myself that I would go into this movie with an open mind and give it a fair chance, so what did I think of it? I thought it sucked.
Triggered.
Yeah, I thought it was bad. See, the problem with this movie is that it has a huge reliance on humor, and it's just not very funny. The humor to this movie seemed to cater towards 12-year-old boys and 40-year-old women, meaning that it mainly consists of fart jokes and jokes about women's hygiene. I did chuckle a few times, but since the movie has such a huge reliance on the humorous aspect of it, and it just wasn't very funny, then the movie's failed. If a comedy doesn't make you laugh, then it's failed. And that was really disappointing because in the first Ghostbusters movie, it was more than just a comedy. Does it have funny parts? Yes. Does it classify as a comedy? Absolutely. But it also felt like a really unique and original science fiction film. Here it just feels like a stupid comedy. That's all it feels like. There are also numerous plot holes and some really phoned in and bad cameos and just, yeah, overall I didn't like it. I know a lot of people did like it, and if you did, that's great. But personally, I wasn't a fan.
The power of pain compels you! Ow!
Ice Age. The fifth one. In space.
It's time to stop! It's time to stop, okay? No more!
Star Trek Beyond. It was actually really good! I wasn't sure about it at first with the mediocre trailers, but I have to say, it was a lot of fun. I think what was so great about it is that it felt like OG Star Trek. It felt like a really high budget episode of the original Star Trek series. And as much as I loved the previous Star Trek films, they were kind of lacking in that field of feeling like Star Trek. It didn't focus on telling a dark, serious, and epic story, and just focused on making a really fun and exciting space adventure. The cast is once again great, the action scenes are incredible, and it also had a really good twist that I was not expecting. I don't really want to say much else about it because not that many people have seen it, and that is a shame. Unlike most of the movies that came out of this summer, Star Trek is absolutely worth your time, and I highly recommend seeing it.
Pardon me.
So yeah, that's all the summer movies I watched. Yep, I didn't skip any. Nope, absolutely not. I'm tired now. Goodbye.
Ha ha ha!